Hello everyone, Simplified Education welcomes you all. Today we are going to solve most important multiple choice questions based on the research ethics. This topic is from Research Aptitude. It is useful for UGC NET and SET exam paper 1 unit 2. Before going to solve the question, if you have not seen my previous video on the research ethics, please watch that video. You can join our Telegram channel and Facebook page with the link given below into the description box. And if you understand my teaching, please subscribe my channel so that you will be notified with my upcoming videos. Now let us start with the question. To find out your answer, you can pause the video and then decide your answer. And at last you are going to tell me how many answers you are getting correct out of 10 into the comment box. Okay? See the first question. Research ethics does not include. See, this word is very important. Does not means we are going to find out which is unethical. Now see the options. A. Honesty. We know honesty is very much important research ethics. Then B. Subjectivity. We have seen comparison between subjectivity and objectivity. Why we are preferring the objectivity? Because there is no question of the biasness. In the subjectivity, researcher opinion is much more involved, so there is a question of biasness. So subjectivity is not included in the research ethics. And integrity, this is also very much important research ethics. So from these four options, subjectivity is not included into the research ethics. So our answer is B. Okay, first question. Now let us see the second one. Which of the following is not an ethical guideline for conducting the research with human? See, again, not an ethical means which is the unethical, and with reference to what? When we are having this research with the human. So which are the options? Let us see now. First, A. Getting informed consent from the participant. Yes, this has to be there. Means whenever we are collecting the data from the participants, we have to take their permission. That is the ethical part. So getting informed consent from the participant, this is ethical. We are going to find out which is not ethical. So first is ethical. Second, telling participants that they must continue till the study has been completed. Means this is the kind of compulsion made by the researcher to the participants that yes, you have to remain with me till my research process is getting completed. This is not the ethical one. This is unethical, because whenever participant is giving the information to the researcher, it is not like a contract or it is not like a bond. He should be giving the information willingly. That's why this second option is unethical. Let us see the third and fourth one. Third, keeping participants' identity anonymous. This is very important because that identity of the participant should be kept in the secret by the researcher. So this is C is also the ethical one. And D, telling participants that they are free to withdraw at any point. Means this is a kind of freedom given by the researcher that yes, this participant is helping me, but if you have any problem, then you can discontinue at any point. So such kind of freedom should be given by the researcher. So this is also the good ethical one. So which is the unethical one? B. This kind of compulsion, that is unethical, means we are going to say that not ethical guidelines for conducting the research with the human. So this is answer our B. Question number 3. Ethical norms in the research do not involve the guideline for. Means out of these 4 stages of the research, at which stage of the research there is no need of ethical guidelines? First, data sharing policies. See, this is very critical stage of the research. In the data sharing policies, there is a possibility of any kind of misconduct happen by the researcher. Hence, ethical norms or the guidelines has to be there in the data sharing policies. Then second, copyright, and third, patenting policy. As we know, these are the intellectual properties. So these intellectual properties should be treated very respectfully by the researcher. Means the credit should go to the original author in the proper way. That's why at these two stages ethical guidelines are necessary. Then fourth one, D, that is thesis format. Here there are suppose 10 types of the thesis format available. Then it's up to the researcher that he has to go with which kind of thesis format. So at this stage there is no need of any ethical guidelines. Hence our option is fourth one, D, that is thesis format. Our answer is D. Okay. Now fourth question. The issue of research ethics may be considered pertinent at which stage of the research. Means here 4 stages are given, and at which stage the research ethics issue is more sensitive or more critical, we can say. A, at the stage of problem formulation and its identification. This is very much initial stage where a researcher is going to formulate its problem. So this is depends on his field of interest, that a researcher is going to do the research in which field. So there is no need of research ethics that much. Then second, that is at the stage of defining the population of the research. Here also this is the question of researcher's selection. Third one, at the stage of data collection and interpretation. See, at the stage of data collection, researcher has to follow some kind of rules and regulation, because there is an involvement of the participants, and whenever there is an interpretation also, there should not be any kind of falsification or the fabrication, misconduct taken by the researcher. Hence at these two stages, data collection and interpretation, research ethics plays crucial role, or they are more sensitive at these two stages. But let us see the fourth one also, at the stage of reporting the findings. At this stage also research ethics are required, because there should not be any kind of falsification by the researcher, means he should not manipulate that findings. But as compared to the third option, these research at this fourth stage, that is reporting the findings, there is a less requirement of the research ethics. So the more preferable answer is C, that is at the stage of data collection and interpretation. So our answer is C. See, whenever we are having the two correct answer, then we are going to find out that which is the more probable answer. So here this is a C is our more probable answer. Next question, which of the following is not true? Means from these 4 options we are going to identify the wrong statement. A, misrepresenting and creating the fraudulent data is dishonest. Yes, this is the correct statement, because misrepresentation and creation of the fraudulent data, it is dishonest, means wrong. Okay, so first statement is correct. Now second, misrepresenting data is very easy to detect. No, this is not right, because misrepresentation is very difficult to detect, because whenever the researcher is doing such kind of manipulation, he has taken the enough precaution that it should not be come into the focus very easily. Okay, so this is the wrong statement. C, misrepresenting data can be difficult to detect. Yes, this is the correct, that it is difficult to detect. So A is correct, C is correct. Now see the D one. Breaking confidentiality is not a problem. This is also the wrong statement, because breaking confidentiality is a problem. See, now we are getting the 2 wrong statement. So we have to compare that which is the more wrong statement. So breaking confidentiality is not problem. It is very less wrong statement, we can say, as compared to the B1, because misrepresentation, this is very much tough to detect. Hence if we compare between B and D, B is our more preferable answer. So our answer is B. Next question. Question 6. Which of the following is susceptible to the issue of research ethics? Means from these 4 actions we are going to find out which is showing the real misconduct, and we are not going to focus on the honest error. First, A, inaccurate application of the statistical techniques. If this is happening by the researcher, then it is because of lack of knowledge or the lack of attention. So this is not the real misconduct. Then faulty research design. This is also happening because of the insufficient maturation, and even the mentor will not accept that faulty research design. So this is not the misconduct. Then C, choice of the sampling techniques. This is the matter of only researcher selection, that which sampling technique he is going to decide. So this is not the inaccurate action, or this is not the unethical thing. And D, reporting the research findings. This is very important. When there is a reportation of the research finding, then research ethics are going to play the important role to avoid any kind of misbehavior by the researcher. So reporting of the research design is more susceptible to the issue of research ethics. Remaining three options, they are coming into the honest error, and here there can be the real misconduct taken place by the researcher. So our answer is D. Question number 7. Which term refers to publishing the several data from the data collected in one large study? Means I have collected the data at one place on the large scale, and one small part of that I am going to publish at one place, another small part I am going to publish at the another place. Means in simple words, one data, and on large scale I am going to divide it in many parts, and I am going to publish that at several places. Such kind of activity is called as the partial publications. So our answer is B. Duplicate publications, we will see the meaning at another question, and these are not the options. So partial publication, B is our answer. Question number 8. Which of the following needs to be obtained when doing the research with the children? Means whenever the research work is done with the children, which kind of things are required, that we are going to see. A, informed consent from the parents or the guardian. Yes, this is correct, because we have to take the permission of that parents or the guardian of that children. B, assent from the child if he or she is capable. Means that child, if he is capable of doing the answer, then we are going to take the assent from them. C, informed consent from the child. Now this is very confusing statement, that child, whether the child is capable or not, that is not given. Just informed consent from the child. So this is not 100% correct statement. So A is correct and B is also correct, and D option, that is both A and B. So our correct option is answer D. The act of publishing the same data and results in more than one journal or publication refers to which of the following professional issue? See here what we are doing. We are publishing the same data. Means I have prepared one research paper, and I am going to present that research paper at more than one place or more than one journal. Then that kind of act is called as the duplicate publication. Okay, partial publication we have seen earlier. Then deception means it is something different than the original, and this is also the another one, that is full publication. So whenever we are presenting the same data at more than one places, then it is duplicate publication. So our answer is B. Question number 10. The problem of research ethics is concerned with which aspect of the research activity? Means here 4 research activities are given, and out of which activity it is concerned with the problem of research ethics. Means where there can be the issue of research ethics. First, following the prescribed format of the thesis. Means once the format is decided and we are going to follow that. So this is quite a mechanical process. So there is no question of the problem of research ethics. B, data analysis through qualitative or quantitative techniques. See, in the data collection there is a problem of research ethics, but once data is collected and data analysis technique is decided, then there is no issue of the research ethics. This is also the mechanical process, we can say. C, defining the population of research. There is no question of research ethics, it is just a matter of selection of the researcher. Fourth one, Evidences based research reporting. See here, when there is a research reporting on the basis of evidence, then there is a issue of falsification or the fabrication type of misconduct. So this research activity is concerned with the problem of research ethics. So our answer is D. I hope you have understood all these 10 questions. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any doubt, you can ask into the comment box. In the next video, we will discuss the MCQs on another topic of research aptitude, that will be the application of ICT. Till then, stay with us.